Hello, I'm Tiffany Stephenson, bringing you this week's Rural Roundup. I'm standing here on another wet day, which is just par for course at the moment. We've definitely had some rocky weather over the last couple of weeks with plenty of storms hitting the country, plenty of wind, flooding. You just never know what winter's going to throw at us. But just now is definitely an opportunity to get caught up in the paperwork, get all your inside jobs done and make sure you're ready for the year ahead. I think just now is a good time to mention the Farm Management Handbook. It's a great encyclopedia of information. It covers a whole range of topics, gross margins for lots of different enterprises, as well as information on health and safety, how much space livestock need if you're building a new shed, or maybe how much fuel is required to plough a field. It's a fantastic resource, and there's also an online version that's available on the Farm Advisory Service website. There'll be a link for it in the show notes below, but it's definitely worth going and having a look and seeing what benefit it could bring to you and your farm as well. So the application window is now open for the Agri-Environment Climate Scheme 2024. So there's 3 options available this year. So the improving public access option is not available in 2024. So there's 3 available options, the first being slurry storage. So at the moment, this is not open for applications. There's going to be more information and guidance on this coming out sometime soon. The second option is organic maintenance and organic conversion. So the deadline for this is the 31st of July. So there has been a change to organic maintenance and conversion this year. There is now no longer a limit to how big an area you can claim for. So as long as you can prove that it's used for agricultural production, you can go and put your whole farm or estate or land area into organic conversion or organic maintenance. If you're looking at applying for both the organic option as well as one of the agri-environment options, the deadline for this will be the 10th of June. So you have to make sure that you're putting the application in a bit quicker if you're wanting to apply for the agri-environment options at the same time. If it's just a standalone organic option, then you've got through until the end of July. If you're looking to apply for the agri-environment options, there have been a few changes this year. So due to budgetary pressures and trying to get the most for their money, there have been a few changes. Creation of hedgerows is restricted to 1,000 metres. This is an increase from 2023 where there's a 500 metre limit, but it's a change from historic EEC schemes where there was no limit. So it's a 1,000 metre limit for hedgerow creations. There's also been a change for pond creation and restoration. There is now a limit of 2,000 metres cubed. So this is also limited to no more than 600 metre cubes per pond. So this has been another change, so it's something to definitely think about when you're putting together your application. There has been a change to the capital items which are available. So there's been some items which were not available in 2023 and are now available in 2024. So one of these options is restoring dry stone or flagstone dikes. Another of these is the heather cutting element of muir burn and heather cutting capital item. Also primary treatment of bracken and follow-up treatment of bracken. It is very much worth being aware that for the control of bracken, it is for mechanical control. There is no funding available under EECs for chemical control. So this decision has been made because the manufacturers of Agilum decided not to pursue authorisation in the UK. So we're not able to use a chemical, so this is why only mechanical control is going to be funded under EECs. There is still some options which have been suspended for the 2024 round. So this includes heather restoration, creation of species-rich grasslands, and the muir burn element of the muir burn and heather cutting capital option. Also, if you've got a designated site, it's a good idea to get in touch with NatureScot as quickly as possible so you can discuss what your application is going to look like and they can also have an input there. If you're needing to have endorsements from NatureScot as well, make sure you get those to them in a timely fashion. They're looking to have these a month before the application closes, so that gives them time to review them and give you their endorsement if they deem fit. And it also gives you time to then upload it and submit your application as well. But do make sure if you do get endorsement that it is submitted with your application. Many of you are very keen on your wildlife and on your bird watching as well, and you like seeing what you've got on your farm. So why not take part in the Big Farmland Bird Count 2024? So it's now here, it takes place from the 2nd to the 18th of February. So this is an opportunity for you to spend 30 minutes in one area of your farm or croft and count the number of birds that you're seeing and what species they are as well. So this snapshot will give an idea of what birds are out there on the farm. So it's very easy to submit what you're seeing onto the Big Farmland Bird Count website, which there'll be a link in the show notes below, so have a look. There's also lots of useful information on their website, how you go about counting the birds, as well as giving you some video guidance as well, and there'll be some help on what species are which as well. So it's definitely something that you should be taking part in. It's only 30 minutes and it's great just to get the time to go out, sit down for 30 minutes or stand up for 30 minutes and just count what you're seeing and enjoy seeing the birds. Finally, I must just plug another deadline. It's preparing for sustainable farming deadline. It's just 4 weeks away. It's just around the corner. So if you did do a carbon audit, soil analysis, or any of the animal health and welfare interventions in 2023, make sure you get your claim in. Don't miss out. As the funding's there, you might as well make the most of it. The funding is continuing in 2024, so if you haven't taken advantage of it, there's still time to do it in 2024, and there'll be then plenty of time to apply before the end of February next year for any work you carry out in 2024. There have been a few small adjustments to the animal health and welfare options, just on some of the wording, so make sure you have a look at those, and also have a chat to your vet. It's the best way to have a think about what your livestock health is like. I'm standing at the moment just across from the Veterinary Investigation Centre, and they are doing a lot of work on diagnostics, so if you've got problems on your farm, it is a great service to use. Also, they do postmortems, and the postmortems are heavily subsidised by the Scottish Government, so it's definitely a service that's worth taking advantage of if you've got some unforeseen deaths or an issue arising. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next time.